Behind me, I have a 2023 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. It is the 144 rear-wheel drive with the high-output diesel engine. So it's the new engine by Mercedes, which is great. Bought the van in 2023. It was a strip shell, and I did a lot of research into an outfit company, and I ended up going with Titan Vans. At the time, they were out of Boulder, Colorado. So I had the van put up on a shipping truck, took it out to Boulder, and Titan Vans had it for 2 or 3 months. And during that time, they did the Classic package. So it's a 144 Classic, and I think it was like their entry grade, and then you can add on top of it. So on my Classic package, I got all the base stuff that you can get, which you can see if you go to their website. And then I added the AC to it. I upgraded the amount of battery, and I stuck in an alternator that will actually charge the battery. So a quick kind of recap of what is in a Titan build is they put in the cool rubberized flooring. They put in all of the track systems so you can bolt things to the floor. They put insulation in it. They put on the wall board on it. They put the Webasto heater underneath the seat. They have an option for a ceiling fan unless you do an air conditioner. And they put in the bed, which is a cool aluminum bed frame that kind of can pull out. You can make it into almost, I think, a king-size bed. If you want, you can actually take that out. A bunch of electrical outlets, some 12-volt outlets in it, some USB outlets in it, and it has a solar panel on the roof, and then it also has a, I think, 20-gallon water tank in it. So I upgraded to the air conditioner, and I put an air conditioner in it because I thought I live in the desert environment, and I thought an air conditioner would be by far the way to go. And I'm very happy I did it. And I upgraded the lithium battery and the alternator, so that would give me more time to run the air conditioner. So in my head, I thought I'm in a hot environment, I'd have AC, and maybe whenever it would be 110 in the desert, I would be safe. Well, what I learned was on the Titan van is the AC is nice, and if you have the main engine running and you have the secondary AC on, it makes the van great. But once you really get over temperatures of like 95 degrees, it's an awful lot to have just that AC keeping you feeling great, unless you're like right underneath the AC unit or something. But anyhow, I put that in there. It'll run for probably 3 to 4 hours on full blast with just off of the battery. And if you run the alternator, you could probably charge up that battery by driving it within 1 hour. So it's pretty impressive that you can have that kind of system to recharge your battery pretty quick. I found that the solar, how fast would the solar charge it? I would say 25% a day. So if you were going on fully sunny days in the summer, you probably in 4 days could charge up 400 amp hours of a solar pack, but it's not like instant. But what it is nice for is that if you were in a location that's a day like today where the weather's perfect and your doors are open, your solar would be kind of really covering all of your lights and all of your USB stuff and your refrigerator, so it's pretty slick. One other thing I didn't talk about the van that I thought was also cool and why I did it was really Titan's fit and finish. I mean, these guys did such a nice job, and I was really nervous about it. And I've had this van for 2 years built out. It's been in very hot conditions. It only has under 15,000 miles on it, but I've never had a problem with anything. Everything works. I could tell that they put the time in doing it right. It doesn't have like the touch screen panels. Everything's much more like, I guess, button oriented, a little bit more stable. So you just don't have the problems of maybe screens blacking out or certain tech things going wrong, and then you're stuck with being in the middle of nowhere or being on a trip and it doesn't work. So I really like that they just engineered it to work, and it does. It exceeded my expectations, very much so. So 5 stars on that one. So I covered the AC and why I did it. I talked about the build and Classic and why I went with it. I was looking for, a really adaptable build. So what I love about this is that this one, I ordered 2 additional jump seats. So these jump seats are fantastic because I can put them in, I can take them out, I put one in, I put both of them in, and that helps me for when I'm using it for work or when I was taking it to like one of my daughter's swim meets or something like that. It was really kind of flexible for anything. I thought that I was gonna want, maybe like a sink or, some other camping things, but I just never really needed it. I ended up getting one of those Dometic water coolers that you can just fill up, and I strapped it to the straps on the floor. That was great. And then I had a IceCo cooler that I would put in there and I would plug in, and that worked absolutely flawless. So you had a refrigerator, you had water, and I think I only camped in it once. So this was really for day trips, long days, tailgating type of deal. I wasn't looking necessarily for like an off-road excursion. I know a lot of people take these and do some pretty wicked stuff on them, but I was trying to be stealth and have just more space to do what I needed to do. Again, I'll put a link on this video to Titan Vans if you want to learn more like specifics. Those guys do a great job of just walking through their fit and finish and giving you all the exact specs. But in the notes, I will put the website, and if you want to learn more about this particular van. Overall, really A++. I feel like Mercedes with their engine power, I never had any problems with power whatsoever. The diesel engine's been totally reliable. You know, it's comfortable to drive. It's easier to drive than like a pickup, you know. It's so smooth and effortless. Is better than I expected. So really overall, you know, it's a van. It is a cargo van, so it's not driving like a, you know, decked out Mercedes passenger car. But as far as a van goes, it's fantastic. I think what's cool about these vans and what really intrigued me was just the ability that they were so flexible and you could do so much with them and adapt them for whatever your adventure was. So that's kind of why I got it. If you have any more questions, just shoot me a note here and I'll be happy to answer. And I hope that helps. Enjoy.